Hello everyone, and now welcome to game 2 in this series. Hopefully you guys are enjoying things as game 2 now takes place here on Turtle Rock. We see ZDR, who has currently a 1-0 lead in this series over Infi, spawning at the 3 or 4 o'clock position. Meanwhile, down over here we see Infi spawning as the red human at the 5 o'clock position. Yes, this is close spawns here on Turtle Rock, and I would say this gives a little bit of an edge to the human. The human player will be able to militia and rush over and just tower rush his opponent much more quickly than if it was on a full cross spawn. Now, based on the scouting and based on when exactly these players figure out where each other is, that's when we'll start to see the strategies. So far, nothing. No one has scouted anywhere, anything yet. I wonder what the auto camera does. All right, so if I go auto camera, what does it do? Okay, it moves around and just tells me I'm looking at a barracks. And let's see if the auto camera actually follows the action well, or if I need to adjust everything. That way I can just focus on the mini map instead. So far, all we're looking at is an Archmage now being trained up off of. You know what? I don't like the auto camera. Archmage being trained up off of the Altar of Kings. You can see that the peon is in position here, and the peon has already scouted. So, based on the timing, though, does Infi know exactly where ZDR is? Footman now making his rounds all the way around here. You can see that this peon is taking a little bit of damage in the back right there, about 20 damage or 19 damage per attack as he is attempting to run away. It looks as though this peon should be able to get back without a problem. You can see just attack after attack after attack as that poor peon tries to get away. It looks like he will be able to do exactly that, and a Voodoo Lounge has been spotted. ZDR now making his rounds and making his way over. Archmage needs to quickly take down this giant sea turtle creep camp. There he goes, picks up a Mantle of Intelligence, gonna pick up a sea turtle hatching, and is he gonna get the last one? No, he does not, as the Blade Master may even get this water elemental. Yes, he does, and the Blade Master now pretty much even on experience as the Archmage without losing any of his creeps. Damage dealt, though. The poor Grunt and the Blade Master is a little bit more worse for wear. Nothing one trip to the Voodoo Lounge will not take care of. Archmage now attempting to run back with that Blade Master. Footman, Blade Master now just doing a little bit of a dance and surround here as the Blade Master is taking a lot of damage. You can see that the Blade Master is already down to about half life, but he doesn't really seem to be worried. You can see that the Archmage is now making its round, and it will just turn the corner here, and I believe that the Blade Master is going to get off an easy shot. No! Does not get off an easy shot, does a great job there as the Archmage is now trying to creep out a different set of creep camps. Here you have it, the Sea Turtle hatchling, it is going to go ahead and get stolen there as now the Blade Master going after the Water Elemental. That Water Elemental is taking a fair bit of damage, and is it going to get taken down? Yes, it does, by the Blade Master again, and that Blade Master is still getting more and more experience. Meanwhile, on the far side here, that Archmage really benefiting from that Mantle of Intelligence, get some extra damage output, and should be able to finish off these Sea Turtle hatchlings, hopefully getting to level 2. Otherwise, this is going to be a very big uphill climb for Infi. Infi now sitting at 4 experience shy from level 2. That is a huge amount as he needs to get that Brilliance Aura. Otherwise, his tier 2 push will not be successful. You can see already upgraded to, or halfway upgraded to Keep. We should be seeing an upgrade to Keep in about another 60 seconds or so, and that's when we should be heading over to the shop, picking up a Beastmaster, and trying to place down even more pressure. That Archmage does not have Brilliance Aura, meaning that he does not have enough mana to continue creeping. That is just a sad news for any human player who has been denied experience by that Blade Master. That huge steal there, as the Blade Master is sitting at level 2, while that Archmage is still sitting at level 1. Alright, Blade Master and Archmage, both sides going at it. And a Grunt now joins in on the fight. Archmage, a little bit worse for wear, needs to back off. Meanwhile, the footmen are all over here as well, and they're going to try to get some shots and damage onto some of these units. The Blade Master starting to get low on hit points, has to be extremely careful. This is not exactly what you want to be doing right now. That Blade Master is not nearly as durable until that Shadow Hunter comes out. Without the heals, things do not go very, very well. Alright, let's take a look at this. It looks as though, yes, that is going to give level 2 to the Archmage, finally getting him Brilliance Aura, which is something that he's needed for quite some time. Alright, the Archmage, the Blade Master, I do not believe got experience off of that Water Elemental. The Sea Turtles actually got the final kill there, as we're still seeing more damage being dealt to these poor unsuspecting grunts, and the grunts now down to 173 hit points, 149, and the footmen are now just going to finish off the giant sea turtles once again, as the Archmage still running around in circles, as we are now teching and finish teching the tier 2, getting the arcane sanctums, and we're now going into a Blood Mage. Alright, Blood Mage, not your typical hero selection at all, as the Blade Master now taking in a little bit more damage as well. Alright, the footmen. What's happening here? The footmen, water elementals going down. You can see that the grunts are taking a lot of damage, and those grunts very low on hit points. Another grunt very low on hit points, as the Blade Master now makes its way over. This grunt is extremely, extremely low, down to 30, but so is that Archmage. Archmage may get taken down. Footmen may get taken down as well, as, oh, is he gonna make it? I don't think so. Killed right outside of his home. Not going to be able to get inside, and oh, is he gonna, no, didn't even get the banish off onto that Blade Master, as that Blade Master is now taking a lot of damage unsuspectedly, and now down to 138. The Water Elementals are still giving chase. The Shadow Hunters are in position, and this is looking like an easy game for the Orc player right now. He has advantage. He's been able to do what he needs to do in order to stay in this game, and now as the Shadow Hunter is able to creep as the Blade Master harasses, that's going to be a little bit harder on Infi. Infi needs to make a very strong play here with some towers. He's doing it with the Blood Mage instead of the Beastmaster. You can see that another scout tower has been placed down here, and a poor peon walks on the wrong side, not realizing that there's already guard towers being upgraded on his side of the base. Priests are now making their way over. Are the grunts high enough hit points and ready for an engagement? It looks as though the Blade Master is right there. You can see that all the militia are here as well. There's the Dust of Appearance. The Blade Master is just outside of range, as the towers are nearing completion. The peons, what's happening here? The Blade Master, now here we go. Here's the fight ready to go, as a huge banish comes down on the Blade Master, taking him out of that fight momentarily. Alright, Water Elementals now going after the Spirit Walkers instead. The Spirit Walkers are very, very vulnerable to that piercing damage, as the guard towers are now coming online. Here we go, guard towers, 3 of them online, 2 of them online, third one just a hop, skip, and a jump away, as a Demolisher now being added to the army arsenal. Alright, the Demolisher is doing a little bit of damage here. Meanwhile, the grunts are trying to fight back. Are we going to see enough damage being dealt across the board? All of those grunts are very low, as the Blade Master does get to level 3. Alright, the grunts very, very low on hit points. The peasants now trying to run back here. Demolisher trying to get in position, and they should have no problem attacking these guard towers and taking those down. Water Elemental needs to get in position and try and take down this Demolisher. It looks as though, yes, it is just going to focus on that guard tower instead. And what's happening next, as the damage is already coming across all those units here? Alright, the Demolisher, 2 Demolishers out on the field. Both sides fighting. Blade Master is right there. We can see the attack about to come in. Only 1 guard tower is currently attacking anything. Everything else is just slightly out of range, as the Shadow Hunter is still not at level 2. Without level 2, that means no Hex. That means that the units should be able to run around fairly freely, as the Shadow Hunter now backs off here. Alright, Water Elemental pressing forward, and it looks as though, yes, it is going to get taken down as the Blade Master retreats again. Shadow Hunter was not within range to get any experience, though, and that's the problem, as the Blade Master is getting more and more experience and just getting closer and closer to the halfway point of level 4. Alright, banish onto the Sorceress so that it cannot get taken out easily. You can see the attacks still coming through. Demolisher, 2 of them, continuing this fight, as the Archmage may try to come back around. The Blood Mage still sitting at level 1, as the peons still repairing this Voodoo Lounge. Alright, this Blood Mage perhaps needed to get Flame Strike instead, create a little bit of a zone where the Blade Master and all these units do not want to engage. There's an Ensnare onto a Sorceress, not doing much at all. And we're still looking at these Demolishers attempting to take down all of these guard towers. Now, what are we waiting for? We're waiting to see whether or not ZDR can hold this off, or if Infi has some crazy microplay. This is now all coming down to execution. And so far, what is rather interesting about this is that even though Infi has lost a fair number of units, all of the guard towers have been the ones to get the kills, and because of that, the Shadow Hunter is still sitting at level 1. You just saw a Water Elemental get taken down, but that was by a guard tower. There were some other units earlier, but that was by guard towers as well, not giving experience. And with no experience, this level 2, level 1 combination is actually doing a fairly good job of trying to take down units. Level 2 now finally on the Shadow Hunter, but it may be too little too late as there is not that much mana anywhere to be had. Alright, let's see. Spirit Link keeping that one Raider alive. There it goes. You can see that the Blade Master is still looking to back off here. Are we perhaps going to see a bit of charging on in as the two Demolishers are still wreaking havoc on this front line here? Blood Mage sitting at level 1, Archmage sitting at level 2, Water Elemental looking to absorb a bit of damage, Sorceress looking to take down the Gargantuan Sea Turtle. Blade Master is right here, and this may be a huge kill steal. Blade Master gets the experience. Yes, gets the experience, but I believe the item, and that is absolutely huge as the Archmage is now just constantly without a plan. That Blade Master down to just 37 mana after 2 Windwalk strikes, pretty much stealing that base pretty easily. Alright, there you have it. There is a banish onto the Blade Master. The Blade Master trying to run back. You can see that there's a grunt off over here. It's going to get taken down. There it goes. Blade Master looks like he's almost out of mana as the Spellbreakers are continuing to hit. There's a healing wave, and while the Blade Master may get taken down, no, Potion of Invulnerability, that item that was stolen earlier, a huge turn of events as the Archmage will most likely be forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal. There it goes. Uses a Scroll of Town Portal at just the right time as we now see some of the other units trying to back off here. Grunts, very low on hit points. And it looks as though, yes, they will stay low on hit points, but not fall, as the Peon is trying to finish off this last grunt. Not gonna work at all. Archmage sitting at level 2. Blade Master, or Blood Mage sitting at level 1. Things are not looking good for Infi here. ZDR is having a field day with his opponent. And it's really gonna come down to whether or not ZDR makes any mistakes in the upcoming fights. If no mistakes are made, ZDR should come out of this smelling like a rose. Meanwhile, Blade Master is going to be off over here. Let's see what he's going to be doing next. He's going to instead walk back home, regroup with the rest of his units. And here, what are we having next? Here comes that Blade Master. Blade Master going to try and engage. And there it is, going to pull back all of these Gargantuan Sea Turtles and attempt to ensnare and take them down as the Gargantuan Sea Turtle isn't even bothering to attack. One of the easiest ways to try and creep, as what item was left behind, not quite sure. Could have been a potion of mana there. As we see more items, a potion of healing on the Shadow Hunter, very strong, may be given to the Blade Master as the Shadow Hunter now sits at 3. Scout Tower with Sentry Ward in position. You can see that the Blade Master is currently revealed. And let's take a look. That poor Forest Troll will get taken down. Level 2 on the Blood Mage, level 2 on the Archmage. Is that going to be enough? Alright, some important tracking here. You can see that that Scout Tower will get taken down. There it goes, as the Blood Mage and the Archmage looking to clear out the creep camp here, take down the Ogre Warriors, and now get to level 3 on that Archmage, finally at the 14, almost 15 minute mark of this game. We are seeing that level 3 versus level 3, level 2. But I cannot stress the experience level difference between these two players, even though it is just 1 level total. Ogre Lord now taken out there. The healing wave onto the Shadow Hunter. The Shadow Hunter may be forced to just use a Scroll of Town Portal. It looks like as though he will. Are we going to see a flame strike? No, we won't. And the rest of this creep camp will get cleared out, giving that blood mage a little bit of a fighting chance to get to level 3, but not really. Going to be quite a ways away, as it is now getting to about 2 2/3. 2 2/3? Yeah, about 2 2/3. All right, let's see what's happening next. Shadow Hunters. Demolishers now making their way down over here. Peasants now looking to try and set up a creep camp. Not working, as we are already looking at ZDR coming in with maybe the final blow here. The final blow to take down all of these units. You can see that the Arcane Vault is in position, but in that position, it is just going to get taken out very, very easily. Squirrel Town Portal off to the north. Casters may be able to get off some easy shots onto some of the Blade Masters, but no slow is being used at all, so they are all running away. All right, Blade Master making its way over. Spellbreakers now coming in. You can see that there is a Demolisher right there just trying to run away, and this may be very bad news. Demolishers are very, very expensive units, and if it does get taken down, that is going to be a huge loss. Yes, there it goes. There's a Siphon Mana. There is a Blizzard, and we may even see a Flame Strike on top of that. So, oh no, no Flame Strike. The Flame Strike was actually cancelled by the Blood Mage. There's some more Siphon Mana, and now the Shadow Hunter being forced to back off. All right, are we going to see perhaps a Flame Strike now? There is a Blizzard, and still no Ensnare, as we see Siphon Mana away from the Blade Master. The Blade Master now out of mana, as we can still see that that Blood Mage is perhaps just teching Flame Strike. No, it's perhaps not teching Flame Strike, instead teching Siphon Mana and Banish. Siphon Mana would be extremely, extremely high level. Let's see. Yes, it is the high level 60 mana Siphon. And that means that Blood Mage can pretty much suck about 60 manas a second, or give 30 manas a second. That is absolutely huge here, as that Blade Master now tries to back away. We should be seeing a little bit more mana battery strategy coming in once more. Blood Mage getting very, very low on mana. But it looks as though a Flame Strike did come in there, but it still did not go off. No Flame Strike to round it off again. Perhaps another Ensnare onto the Blood Mage, as we're still looking at constant Flame Strikes causing problems. All right, so far the Spellbreakers continuing their fight here. Archmage now coming in from the corner pocket area, able to get off a lot of Blizzard damage, and that Blizzard damage is really starting to take its toll on the army. That is a lot of damage to be had. You can see finally the Raiders are there to engage, only to see that that is a rather ranged area, and the Archmage is just having a field day trying to Blizzard through all of these units that are tracing him through this narrow corridor. All right, there goes another Spirit Walker once again. Archmage may try it again. There goes another unit. We see another round of units coming in. 2 more Spirit Walkers get taken down, as the Archmage now sits at level 4. Archmage sitting at level 4 down to 50 experience, or 50 health, is able to escape with invisibility, and is now running back around. There is another I thought invisibility, but no, not quite yet. Dust of Appearance was cast on him, and that's why he was revealed. Spellbreakers now looking to retreat back to the rest of their group. Blade Master is right there as well. The Blade Master looking to find an opening in this defense, has not been able to, as he has constantly been slowed or just forced to deal with both heroes. Both heroes causing a lot of problems. The Blood Mage acting as a mana battery for the Archmage. Archmage being able to cast Blizzard, and the Blood Mage casting Flame Strike makes it extremely hard to not have, or to have any full hit point units, as all it takes is one wave to really deal a good amount of damage to more than 5 units. Alright, there is the Gargantuan Sea Turtle attempting to run back. We are now making their way back off to the north. You can see that there are casters off over here, but not very many. The Ogre Magi make it cleared out. Caster on the Shadow Hunter now up to level 4. As we're looking at a very strong Spellbreaker push coming in right here. Alright, We can see that the Spirit Walkers are coming over to engage. The Spirit Walkers are, the Spellbreaker or Spirit Walker taking a lot of damage there as the Blade Master is in a fair amount of trouble. He has nowhere to run really, down to 141 hit points, 85, as the Spellbreaker now looks to back off. Where is the rest of these units? As the Blade Master picks up a potion of healing and quaffs it just in time. Coming back, Sorceress, Spellbreakers, Priest now making their way down this side off over here. They're going to be able to get inside the main base, only to protect that from a Demolisher and then perhaps make their way back out. ZDR is still looking pretty strong at this case, but he does not seem as focused as he was just moments ago. In the previous game, he kind of knew what was going to happen and where it was going to happen. This one, he feels like he's more hunting and pecking on where exactly the Archmage could be. He has found him sometime, but he has wasted a good amount of time just chasing down the wrong lead. Alright, in comes the Blizzard. Blizzard dealing so much damage across all of the units in the backfield. You can see that the Blade Master taking a bit of Blizzard as well. And all of that Blizzard is just absolutely thanks to the Archmage here. The Archmage is causing so many problems. Scroll of Healing now being used on the Shadow Hunter. Or not Scroll of Healing, the Siphon Mana now being used. And another wave of Blizzard comes in, neutralizing that Blade Master. That Blade Master now, without being able to use Windwalk effectively, is now pretty much out of the options for that human versus orc opening. Alright, here we go. Continuing the fight. There is the GG though. Rather one-sided towards the end as ZDR loses game 2 and Infi has tied it up at 1 game apiece. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.